Graduating class of 2019. Woo! My name is Ritika,
And my name is Teddy.
and we are incredibly humbled to be given this opportunity to address you. I couldn't begin to encapsulate the different emotions that overwhelm me today. When I first started UWC in grade 7, our graduation day was an unimaginable concept. From being a green shirt to when filling in the values form was the worst kind of trouble you could get into, and then completing our GCSEs, where we idolized the white shirts. Not the people, but the shirts. And what it would feel like to finally be upperclassmen. Although it was less glamorous than imagined, completing this journey together has been undoubtedly rewarding.
Mesdames et messieurs, distingués invités, c'est un honneur pour moi de représenter ma classe en cette prestigieuse cérémonie. Many of you did not understand much of what I just said, which is a similar feeling I had when I joined UWC in grade 11 as a scholar from Burkina Faso. It was my first time away from home and learning in English. However, I was warmly welcomed by the people around me.
When Teddy and I began writing the speech, we wanted to acknowledge how unique our respective experiences at UWC were. We come from completely different backgrounds and interact with different people in our community, yet here we are, giving a speech in which we express our common gratitude to have studied at a place like UWC.
Each of us will have our own experiences that make our time here special. But no matter how long you have been at UWC, recognizing and embracing our diversity is why this place feels like home for many of us. Maya Angelou once said, "We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated." This really resonated with me when I started this new journey in a completely different but exciting environment and had to speak in a language I barely understood. I remember my first biology practical class. That day, I think I analyzed every single tiny feature of the clock, waiting for class to end. Nonetheless, the kindness showed by my classmates, my teachers, helped me through the transition, and I always had a shoulder to tap on to get a little translation. English was my challenge, but like every single one of you in this room, you have faced your own kind of challenge, be it an IA, a TOK essay, or just preparing for our final exams. Despite all those sleepless nights, drowning in coffee or watching Netflix, telling ourselves we will study in the next hour, or just scrolling through IB memes, we've made it. And the support we received and gave one another helped us through it.
Moreover, we never lost sight of our unwavering sense to fight for what we believe in, be it in challenging what it means to have a voice as a UWC student, or just debating over the number of days we actually had left. As a class, we chose to stand out. We made sure we were heard, and most importantly, we had each other's backs. And this, I believe, forms the essence of what it means to graduate from a place like UWC. Lofty mission statements and Kurt Hahn's personal agenda aside, phrases like the UWC movement, a force to unite, and power is knowledge would be meaningless. These phrases would be meaningless without people to embody them. It is in our interactions with others, the opportunities that we grasp, and in an inherent and collective agreement to be selflessly kind and compassionate that we give these phrases, and by and large the UWC mission, purpose. However, we could not have done any of this alone. It has taken an army of people to shape us into who we are today, and they all deserve our unequivocal gratitude.
As a boarder, I've had the chance to further experience our community. The boarding house is a home away from home, living together and supporting one another. I'm grateful to all the people that goes above and beyond to take care of us, from making sure we get on time to exam, to spilling all the good tea. They have been like a second family, which was so nostalgic for me, as it reminded me most of my mother. If learning in English was not hard enough, 4 months after I arrived at Uwcsea, my mom passed away. It was one of the hardest moments in my life, and I never imagined that people who were strangers a year ago could become such a great support system. If my mother was here today, she would have been proud of me the same way I can see all the parents here are proud of us. I would like to thank all the parents that are here today, those that are at home, and those that look at us from above. You are the best support system a child can ask for, and the most precious gift life could give us. Even if we do not always make it obvious, we are aware of your best intentions, and we love you.
To the facilities, administration, and non-teaching staff, thank you for all the work you do behind the scenes to keep UWC running on a daily basis. Without you, fundamental characteristics that define life at UWC, like our outdoor ed trips, UN Night, Chicken 65, would not exist. You create an irreplaceable sense of warmth on our campus. Secondly, to the teachers, you have impacted us in more ways than we could ever repay. Thank you for your genuine encouragement, care, and above all, just tolerating us. There were so many times when we were demotivated and just perpetually tired, but you still tried to make us laugh when all we wanted to do was cry, and for that, we are extremely grateful.
And last but not least, to the class. You guys are the complete definition of life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moment that take your breath away. From my roommates who woke me up every day, to going on project week with our best friends, or trying to get the best gram. It was those little moments that truly took my breath away.
The people that you surround yourself with inevitably have a significant influence on your character. And for that, I consider myself so lucky to be graduating amongst such a talented and driven class. Class of 2019, we pushed ourselves to unimaginable limits, winning multiple CSAC tournaments, putting on art exhibitions, starring in musicals, planning fundraisers, climbing mountains, all while completing the IB. And that is something worth celebrating. And now, as we prepare to leave, looking at what lies ahead can be intimidating. But we must be careful when differentiating between the home that we have here and the real world out there. The atmosphere on a UWC campus is undeniably unique, and we are often told that we are cushioned by this UWC bubble. But the world beyond UWC isn't something to fear, because we must remember that it was our actions that shaped this atmosphere. We worked to create this reality, which means we have the ability to do it again, to extend this bubble beyond 1207 Dover Road.
So as you go forward in your life, there, even if you're scared, even if you're not sure, because none of us truly are, do not let the expectations you set for yourself hinder you from taking risks and being adventurous, because it all works out in the end. I hope we carry what we've learned. I hope we remember that each of us has something to offer. And most importantly, I hope we all know that this is not a goodbye. We will always be connected by our time at UWC, and as we become alumni, this connection will only grow stronger.
Class of 2019, good luck for the future.
Don't forget to call home.
And thank you for a real good time.